I've had some time trying to analyze and go through each one of the field upgrades that are currently out in Cold War and try to figure out which one is the best. Now we've had these to level 5 from around a month now, and I really wanted to kind of dive into them in my own time, spend a good amount of time in game with them, and just try to use them as much as I could to get a final result. And that's what I will be doing in today's video. I'll just be mainly talking about which ranking they will be getting, why I feel like that, and I won't be really tapping into why they behave or how they behave the way they do. I'll maybe mention it here and there, but if you agree with me with some of these, be sure to comment down below. I would really like to see any of your opinions, even if you disagree. And also be sure to subscribe and like the video if you're new here, please. That would really help out the channel. We're so close to 15,000 subscribers, which is insane. Thank you all so much. And without further ado, let's get right into it. So on the number 6 spot, I am putting the Energy Mine field upgrade, and the reason for this is because it doesn't behave exactly the way I would like it to. Essentially, the way it works right now is the Energy Mine activation basically allows you to use it up to 2 to 3 times, but the disadvantage with this is it doesn't activate instantly when you place it down. Essentially, what I'm talking about here is I feel like this field upgrade could be so much better if it activated instantly when you used it. Another disadvantage that I have with it, and something that I didn't like about it, is the fact that when you activate this field upgrade, it shoots out this blast, which in my opinion it should really just place it down in front of you. Because for example, if I'm cornered in a corner, I don't want to shoot it past the zombies to the point where it doesn't really affect them as much, because it does have a certain stage where it will activate around these zombies, which is a huge disadvantage in my opinion. The level 4 and level 5 don't really do that huge of a difference in my opinion. They add on 3 more pulsing abilities to it, which isn't anything insane, and we already have 2 charges, and it rapidly already emitted 2 of those blasts previously with a level 3 upgrade, but that's why it is on the number 6 slot. On the number 5 spot, I am putting down the Frost Blast field up. Recently through the zombies community, I've been seeing a lot of people praising this field upgrade, and honestly from when I used it, I cannot see why. It is a pretty disappointing field upgrade when you use it. All it does is just really slow down zombies and occasionally kind of kill them, since the level 5 upgrade does insta kill them for around 5 seconds and also stuns some zombies, which is pretty cool and decreases their health. Now when I was going for the clips for this video, I did use a ray gun, so for example I had the zombies nearly like fully dead, so all I had to do was shoot like one ray gun, and maybe if you had rocket launchers or the thumper, this would also be really effective. But for example, if you're using this and you pull out an AR, there's a really high chance that the zombies might just be unfrozen, which isn't anything terrible because they'll still be low on health, but it's better when they're slowed down. You do get an increase of 3 charges with it though, with the newest upgrade, which is really cool and something that I did really appreciate. So I guess maybe that's why people praise it. I seriously don't know why it's so favored now in the zombies community. It's not huge, but I've just seen a few people out there saying that this is very underused by people, and I think I know why, because it's not that very good, and it's just my opinion. Comment down below what you think. In the number 4 spot, I am putting down Healing Aura. Now the reason I'm putting this here and not higher up is because I'm making this list solely for solo. This is an amazing field upgrade for when you're playing with your friends. For example, if you're trying to go for a high round with your friends, I definitely recommend for one of you to be using this field upgrade. For example, if there's 3 of you or 4 of you, that is definitely a better thing to be doing. But if there's only 2 of you, I guess you could all run whatever field upgrade you feel like, because as you know, the best field upgrade to be using for high rounds is Ring of Fire. We'll get into that later, but Healing Aura is amazing, and it basically behaves like a stim shot if you're playing solo. If you don't know what stim shots are, they're basically tacticals that you can use to get yourself more health, which I've used a lot throughout my zombies Cold War experience currently, and it's basically that, but you just need to get a larger amount of kills, which is something I want to start talking about now. From here on out, basically the reason some of these might have a huge advantage is because Healing Aura requires you to get 45 kills with it to get it activated. The previous ammo mods, they were pretty low and I didn't really feel like mentioning it, but from here I want to talk about that. That's not that bad. 45 kills isn't too difficult to get, and probably by the time you, I guess, use it and then want to activate it again, you will most likely have it fully filled up, and it's a really good thing to be using if, let's say, you get cornered in a situation and want to get out of it fast. But that's it for Healing Aura. It's on the number 4 spot. On the number 3 spot, I am putting down a field upgrade that a lot of people will disagree with me on, and I feel like a lot of people would like for me to have it on the number 1 spot, and that is Aether Shroud. Yes, I am not a fan of this field upgrade. I've used it a lot back when it launched, but with the level 4 and level 5 upgrades, I just kind of feel like they changed it more from being this field upgrade that you could use when you're panicking and get stuck to more of a transport field upgrade. Because if you don't know, the newest upgrades gave it a really fast ability. You can basically zoom past any kind of map, and I feel like on Outbreak this will be the most effective and funnest thing to use to get around the locations, but I'll get into more on why this is probably not the thing you want to be using on Outbreak. But basically, I guess if you're a player who gets cornered a lot and gets stuck, it's really good because it requires you, similar to Healing Aura, only 45 kills to basically get it fully charged up, and you do get an increase of 2 more abilities with the newest upgrades, which is pretty cool. But aside from that, it only teleports you and makes you zoom past locations really fast, which I really feel like was just their newest addition to make it no longer this thing where it protects you, but more of a transport thing, meanwhile protecting you as well. It's weird. That's why it's on the number 3 spot. I feel like if they ever do release more of these upgrades, I think they should concentrate more on it being this thing where it can save you from situations, not get you from one area to another area faster. I feel like that could have been added onto another field upgrade, or make it its own field upgrade, one that can make you zoom faster around the areas. But that's the number 3 spot. In the number 2 spot, I am putting down Frenzied Guard, and that is because, in my opinion, this field upgrade is extremely underused and underestimated. I made a video on it a few weeks ago, and I feel like this is the best thing to be using in the Outbreak game mode. So if you ever plan to go for high rounds on Outbreak, or you're still struggling, or you are playing and you haven't tried out this field upgrade, trust me, it's definitely worth it. It is an amazing addition to the zombies game mode, and at first when I heard it and when I read these upgrades and used it for the first time without upgrading it, I was very not for it, and I didn't really enjoy it. I didn't like its style, what it did. I just didn't go around it. But once you upgrade it, it basically makes you invincible. Essentially, what this thing does is it puts you into a zone where all the zombies will be concentrating on you, which is something interesting. For example, if you're playing with your friends and one friend goes down and nobody has a healing aura, let's say, you could activate this to basically distract the zombies, all of them to go towards you, which is a really cool addition. But what makes this even cooler is that you have the ability of refilling your armor fully. On top of all of this, with the upgrades, you will be slowing down the zombies, and on top of all of this, you have the possibility of even refilling the armor that you could potentially be losing after activating it in that zone, the weird red area thing you are in when they all concentrate on you. So Frenzied Guard is extremely good on Outbreak or any other game mode that, let's say, you struggle on and don't want to primarily go through the rounds really fast, or don't want to concentrate on killing a bunch of zombies. This is one that will definitely get you out of sticky situations, and it's basically like Healing Aura, but instead of healing your health, it refills your armor, which is something that, in my opinion, is definitely something we just needed, and it's really cool that they finally added it to zombies. And in the number 1 spot is something that I feel like everybody expected to be on the number 1 spot, is Ring of Fire. This field upgrade is, to this day, a beast. It has been amazing to use since launch day, and I know that the competition in the past, from what I've heard and from what I could have thought of, is people used to always be either towards Ring of Fire or Aether Shroud, because those were the best field upgrades to be using before they released all of these new upgrades to them. And the reason Ring of Fire is amazing and the best one to use is because it basically increases your damage on your gun, takes bullets out of your stock so you won't have to reload while you're using it. With the newest addition, you have the possibility of the ring lasting longer, and on top of all of this, it doesn't require you to get a lot of kills. It requires you only 35, which is something I didn't mention with Frenzied Guard. The reason Frenzied Guard is actually bad is because it requires you to get 70 kills, so I'm sorry if I didn't mention that before, but yeah, 70 kills is a lot of kills. But Ring of Fire only requires you to get 35, which is one of the lowest. It's comparable to Frost Blast and Energy Mine, which both are on 30 kills. So that's really cool. It damages zombies with the burn effect. It increases your damage on your weapon. It makes it possibly having an insanely fast fire rate, which is amazing. And it just makes every single weapon really good. No matter what weapon you're using, it makes them amazing. So that's why Ring of Fire is taking the number 1 spot. And I think Ring of Fire will remain my favorite field upgrade for a very long time. But that's going to be it for the video. I hope you guys enjoyed. I've been postponing making this video for a while because I've been kind of stuck with the content ideas and wasn't sure if I should do this, since I'm pretty sure a lot of people have made these lists already, but who cares? I wanted to spread my opinion out there. If you guys agreed with me in any of them, then be sure to comment down below what you thought of, and be sure to comment down below if you didn't agree and stuff like that. Be sure to drop a like on the video and subscribe, and I'll see you all guys in the next one. Peace out.